The air off Lake Erie always felt different at night, heavier somehow, carrying secrets over this damp breeze. Our vacation cabin usually felt like a refuge, cozy despite the peeling paint. But that night, the woodsy scent couldn't cover the sour tension hanging in the air. Dinner had been a disaster. Another stupid fight about I don't even remember what. Grades, friends, whatever it was. It ended with me yelling something regrettable and storming off into my room. The slam of my door echoed my frustration. Later cocooned in the teenage angst and glow of my phone. I heard it. Retching sounds, violent and guttural, coming from the hallway bathroom. Mom. I hesitated, the leftover anger wearing with concern. Finally, I crept to the door and knocked softly. Mom, you okay? Silence stretched, punctuating only by the distant lapping of lake water against the shore. Then, her voice, flat, devoid of any inflection, slid under the door. I'm fine, honey. A pause. I'm feeling much better now. Something about the monotone, the utter lack of her usual warmth, sent a prickle down my spine. I retreated back to my room, unsettled, pushing the feeling away with exhaustion finally claimed over me. I woke up to the sound that didn't belong. A dull thump, 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 rhythmic and insistent, coming from down the hall. It wasn't frantic, more methodical, heavy. My heart hammered against my ribs. Slowly, quietly, I eased my bedroom door open just a crack. The hallway light was off, but the moonlight filtered through the living room window cast along the eerie shadows. I saw her. Mom. She was standing in front of my little sister Lily's door, slamming her forehead against the solid wood. Thump, thump, thump. Mom? My voice was a trembling whisper, barely audible. She stopped, slowly, agonizingly. Her head began to turn towards me, but it didn't stop at her shoulder. It kept going, a sickening crackle, like snapping twigs amplified in the deep, dark, dead quiet, echoed as her neck twisted impossibly far, 180 degrees. Her eyes wide and vacant in the dim light stared directly at me from above her backward-facing shoulders. Then, her arms shot backward, elbows bending the wrong way, fingers splayed like talons, reaching for me, and she started moving, running backwards down the hall, her bare feet slapping against the wooden floor with horrifying speed. I slammed my door shut, fumbling with the lock I rarely used. The thump, thump, thump started again, this time against my door, harder now, splintering the frame. It was violent, enraged. Then abruptly, it stopped. Silence again, thick and suffocating. Honey? Her voice, sickeningly sweet now, but still utterly flat, seeped through the wood. Let me in. I'm sorry if I scared you. A pause. I'm feeling much better now. I squeezed my eyes shut, pressing myself against the wall, trying not to breathe. Open the door, sweetie. The voice cooed, devoid of any real emotion. When I didn't answer, didn't make a sound, the violent slamming resumed, shaking the entire door in its frame. But the voice, it didn't change. It kept its same calm monotone requests, even as the wood groaned under the assault. Please, honey, I just want to talk. Suddenly, a piercing scream cut through the night. Lily, down the hall. Instinct took over. Fear for my sister momentarily eclipsed my own horror. I wrenched the door open. The thing that was my mother stumbled slightly at the sudden lack of resistance. Without thinking, I shoved hard. It tumbled backwards, limbs flailing unnaturally down the short flight of stairs leading down to the living room. I didn't wait to see it land. I sprinted to Lily's room, throwing the door open. Lily! The room was dark, save for the moonlight striping through the floor. In the center, a figure was crouched low, its back to me. Dad? The figure jerked, standing up in a way that wasn't quite human. Jerky, unnatural, like a puppet whose strings were tangled. It turned. It wasn't just Dad. His face, it looked like it was melting. His familiar features contorted and stretched, while the other half seemed to be Lily's face. Pulled, taut, eyes wide with agony. I couldn't comprehend. They were merging, becoming a grotesque entity. Its mouth stretched open, wider than any human mouth should have ever been. And instead of it screaming, thick, vicious, black tentacles wrenched out, accompanied by a high-pitched electronic screech that drilled into my skull. I didn't scream. I just ran down the hall past the twisted heap at the bottom of the stairs that was no longer my mother, ignoring the scrambling sounds it made. Out of the front door, into the cool, damp night air. I ran into the woods, behind the cabin, branches tearing at my pajamas, bare feet stinging from the rocks and the roots. I didn't look back. I just ran, fueled by pure primal terror, until the blackness began to bleed into the gray dawn. I collapsed somewhere near the highway. That's where the police found me, shivering, incoherent. They took me back to the cabin. It was empty, clean, no sign of struggle. No broken doors, no Dad Lily thing. Nothing, except a trail of something dark and sticky, leading from the back porch down the edge of Lake Erie, disappearing into the water. Mom, Dad, Lily, officially listed as missing. Drowned, perhaps. That's what the reporters suggested. But the looks of the officers gave each other was just the way they avoided my eyes. They knew something was wrong. They just didn't know what. Or maybe they did and they didn't want to say. Lake Erie holds its secrets well. They sent me away, of course. Who would believe such a story? Psych ward to psych ward, therapist after therapist. They tried to explain it away. Trauma, hallucinations, a psychotic break brought on by family stress. For years I almost believed them. But I know what I saw. I know what happened in that cabin, in the lake. And I'm telling you now. Because, well, I'm feeling much better now. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's a little different than we usually do, and the new style of the thumbnail and everything changing might throw off some people, so I do apologize for that. It's probably going to be like that for a while. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully the algorithm did treat me nicely, which probably not. But if you are new to this channel and you like what you heard or enjoyed anything on the channel, make sure to like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn on those post notifications as well, so then every time I upload, hopefully you'll get some type of notification. But yeah, make sure to check out the links in the description as well. Twitter, Instagram, everything like that, including my Gmail if you want to submit a story. But, with that being said, stay safe, stay scary, and I'll see you in the next one.